with my sister.
So excited.
So, did you date him or it was just a friendship?
Like you said, elite only.
We're just friends.
None other than TT Torrez right here.
Talking. Ooh, ooh. As promised, everybody, from BET's hit show, The Game, Jay Ellis is on the phone lines, a.k.a. The Blueprint. Hey, Jay, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Listen, I am super excited to have The Blueprint on the show, okay? Because I am a huge fan of The Game, and I thought the season premiere of your performance was just amazing.
Thanks so much.
You gave me everything I wanted. You were cocky, and you think that you're supposed to just get the draws like the typical NFL rookie, a young rookie.
This is my first time getting to play a professional athlete. I've worked on a couple other shows. I've worked on, NCIS, Grey's Anatomy, How I Met Your Mother, Heart of Dixie. Just did a movie called Movie 43 that came out earlier this year. But this is definitely the first time where I've gotten to, take something on paper and really, breathe life into it and create, a dude who has, I like to think, has a lot of dimensionality to him. He's a military brat. I'm a military brat, so there's a little commonality there. He played college sports. I played college sports. There's a little bit of commonality there as well.
Yeah, and the chemistry between you and Lori London is amazing. Now, I hear that the producers kind of didn't want you guys to hang out prior to filming. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't know if we would have necessarily gotten the chance to hang out just because our schedules were so busy, but it is one of the things actually that they asked us. And it made sense actually with not just with Lauren, but with the whole cast. As I was meeting these guys for the first time, that's also what's happening on screen where, I'm meeting Lauren and working with Lauren for the first time, and Blue is meeting Kira and work, and having that relationship with her. And the same thing with Blue and Malik and Blue and Jason Pitts,
Yeah. Now that you are doing The Game, do you feel like you are gaining a different type of fan base outside of what you've done prior to The Game?
Absolutely. This show's fan base is amazing. There are very, very few shows. I can only think of one other show that has been canceled from a network and has come back on another network. And even with that other show, I don't know if it's been as successful as The Game has been on BET. The fans drive this show.
I think what we as fans love about the show is the writing is a bit different, and It's more drama. I love the fact that BET added a bit more drama to it. They do a great job at capturing what the fans want to see. Now, Melanie and Derwin isn't a part of the show anymore. The fans seem to think that now the show is going to be based around you and Lori London's character, which is Kara. Because Melanie and Derwin's character was such a huge success for the show, do you feel like it's some pressure for you to succeed? Like you have some big shoes to fill?
There's definitely, with the absence of Derwin and Melanie, there's obviously a new storyline to be put in there. I think that there has to be an introduction to these characters. You have to find what you love about them and what you hate about them, and and how you cheer for them and how you're disappointed in them, and so I definitely think there's plenty of life there for that. We still get plenty with Chardonnay and Spadonay. We still get plenty with Tasha Mack and her love triangle. Because now Rick is back in the picture. Too, so we still get a lot of storyline from these other guys. Malik is now a little more mature, and he's going to start his empire.
Yeah.
So it's not just the Blue and Kira show. You definitely get to see full circle. You get to see these same storylines you've watched, and they develop and mature in a different way. And now you get to see this new, fresh, rookie. Could be puppy love, could not be puppy love, situation, happen as well.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a quick break. Everybody, if you're just tuning in, we are talking to Jay Ellis, a.k.a. The Blueprint from BET's The Game. We'll be back at Type 921. Welcome to the show, everybody. If you are just tuning in, we are G-chatting with Jay Ellis, a.k.a. The Blueprint from BET's The Game. Do you pay attention to Twitter and Facebook? Because it seems like people want to scrutinize your every move on the show and continue to compare you to Derwin. Does that bother you in any way?
I really don't pay attention to a lot of the chatter. I typically stay away from it. My mom, on the other hand, is probably my biggest fan and very blessed to have her, and she pays attention to it because she don't want nobody talking about a baby. So I would hear about it every once in a while. But one of the things that I've always kept in my mind, and one of the things that I would try to explain to people as they ask, and even friends and family, when they ask about it, is listen, I'm a big Derwin and Melanie fan. You know what I mean? So for me to see them go was a little bit of heartbreak too. And I get it, but I also get that in this art imitating life thing, this really happens. Players get traded, and we have to start a new relationship when this player comes into your town and he's still good. He still fills the position, and you still love the team.
Guess what? All you got to do is be successful at doing you, and the haters will quietly.
God bless them, too.
All right, so I have to ask you, I know you played sports as, a youngster, but have you now started to hang out with maybe more football players to pick up a little bit of the lingo and techniques and anything of that nature?
Going into this, I watched a lot of interviews, especially a lot of rookie interviews. And so I definitely, there's something to be learned there. So I watched that quite a bit. There's a great show called Hey Rookie on the NFL Network that I watched quite a bit. And then, I am lucky that I have a nephew who's an amazing, or a cousin actually, who's an amazing standout high school football player who just went on to go play college. So I got to spend a lot of time with him.
Now, who do you think you are, Mr. Blueprint, thinking you could sleep with Carol on the first night or naked in bed?
He's on top of the world, right? I mean, how many guys, get drafted number one, so they think, that the world is theirs. It's at their fingertips and they can do whatever they want. And not only that, but, he felt a spark. There was a genuine spark when the two of them were on that couch kissing.
Yeah, but that don't mean you gonna get the draws. You was like naked in the bed.
Hey, he's a rookie. He's got a lot to learn.
And then you go sleep with Sierra. Have you ever been in that situation in real life where you slept with